these elements so you can lead your life with passion and purpose. So the three main areas that I like to inspire on, speak on, coach on, all the work that I do is helping individuals, helping leaders really focus on three main areas. One is the igniting of the why. And these three start to really focus on this last fourth one, but there's that igniting of the why, and I'm going to go into these in a bit more detail. There's that real need to extract what is deep inside all of us, this passion, this purpose, this reason for existing. The second stage after the ignition, and a lot of leaders may have ignited their why through a founder years ago, but maybe have lost connection to that. I also meet a lot of people that don't really launch their why with passion and enthusiasm. Their touch points are not meaningful enough. They're not connected to their daily actions. Their daily actions aren't aligned with the second stage, which is really launching your why. And the launching becomes this intentional launch pad to really inspire the world around what it is that you're here to do. But it's a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly activity. It doesn't stop when you're launching your why. And then that leads into the third component. So that ignite, launch, and then live. How are you living the why? You may have ignited it, you may have even launched it, but are you living it? When times get tough, are you stepping in, digging in, getting more creative around the living of your why? If you're working with all three and they're constantly flowing in, the igniting of your why leads to launching of your why, that leads to living your why, and you're finally being your why. It starts to become so effortless for you that you're constantly in a state of just tremendous being. So let's just look at all of these. So let's start off with igniting your why and why this is so important. Because first of all, why is not just a goal. It's not just a milestone. Your why never changes. Your goals change, your deeper goals change, but your passion, your purpose, your reason for existing does not change. The architecture of you, the architecture of why you're here on this earth, this particular time, is to make a difference. And that is your deeper why, which I define as the world helped by you. And when you're living that why, you're living it from a center that never changes. The hows will change, the launching of it will change, how you're living it, how you're being it, but that deeper purpose around why does not change. So when you're igniting your why, a few things happen. Things like life purpose, all right? Life purpose becomes part of igniting your why. It's the greatest gift you can ever give yourself is to know why you are here, to know why you exist. And I ask audiences this all the time. I'll ask them, how many of you in this room truly know why you're here? More importantly, how many of you want to make a difference in this world? How many of you want to leave this world, which could be tomorrow, knowing that you made a difference? And everybody puts their hand up. But when it comes to how many of you are ready to live it, to really launch it, step into it, put other things aside, the hands kind of come down. Because everybody wants to be remembered for something. So that ties into legacy. When you're igniting your why, you're focusing on a deeper legacy. What do I want to be remembered for? What's the impact that I wanted to make while I was here, this time? And it doesn't start later on. It doesn't start when the kids are older, when the mortgage is paid off. The legacy building starts now. It starts today by focusing on the question, why? Why do we exist? If you're an individual, why do I exist? If you're a part of an organization that is here to make a difference, and it's not based on selling more product or selling more widgets or more service, it's focused on taking away a pain that exists in the world, and that by your very existence is through the art of serving others. Why do we exist? When you're focused on igniting your why, that brings into play passion, purpose. It focuses on helping you really step into passion and purpose. Why am I excited to do what I do? Why am I excited to be here now? What gets me fired up in the morning? What gets me so enthusiastic that I want to help others? What gets me so fired up that the only thing that I want to do is serve others? And that's when you're living from passion and purpose. What brings me joy? Passion. Do the things that really bring you joy. Purpose. How can I be of service to others? You're igniting your why. You're focused on values. What value? What do you value? What do you place emphasis on? What you value is where you're going to spend more time. The people that you value, you'll spend more time with them. The things that you want to be and do most in this world are things that you value, and you're going to want to spend more time with that. So when you're igniting your why, you're focused on values. You're also focused on impact on others. Impact on others. If I'm not making a difference within others, I'm wasting my time. If I'm not making a difference in others, if I'm not changing their lives, if I'm not moving them forward, if I'm not inspiring my team and elevating them to a new level, then I'm not making a difference. These are the areas to focus on and that we focus on anytime we're doing a why intensive, when we're doing our worldwide tour. Our why weekends are always focused on igniting, launching, and helping you live your why. So launching your why, when you're ready to launch, you've really tapped into why you're here. Now you're ready to get into launching it to the world. And when you're launching it, there's a few things you're doing. First of all, you're getting very intentional. What is your intention? Attention becomes a very powerful energy, because if you have this intention, you have this intention of wanting to shift the world. I have an intention of a world inspired. I have an intention of a new ROI where we reach out and inspire others. So intention becomes a catalyst, a driver for your why. And it helps you really get focused on what you want other people to hear and feel and see. It's almost as if you're having to influence them and how you want to be perceived. So when you're launching your why, you're thinking of perception. Okay, perception. Because it's not enough to exist in a way that you feel you know what your why is, but what are others saying about it? So when you're launching your why, you want to focus on perception. How do I want to be perceived in the marketplace? What do I want other people to feel about me and my brand and my why, my bigger, deeper purpose? That ties then into influence. So when you're launching your why, you're focused on perception, you're also focused on intention, but you're focused on influence. You have the ability to start to create tribes. You start to influence others to be a part of your deeper value, your deeper purpose, your deeper vision. So know that as you're launching, you're also influencing. And as well, when you're launching your why, you're taking action. But it's not just any action. It's inspired action. It's one thing to just do. And there's a lot of individuals that totally skip the whole igniting of their why. They go right into launching. And I'm a big fan of getting out there and failing again, failing better. But when you start to do it in a way that's very, very systematized, very organized, very inspired, you're igniting, you're focusing on the bigger questions, you're launching, but you're launching with inspired action. When you're in spirit, when you're in spirited, in alignment with your life purpose, all your actions then become very aligned with why you're here. And that's very cool, because your energy, you only have so much energy. And it's not enough to just be doing things, but starting to allocate energy to only the areas that serve your why. Only the areas that serve your why. And soon you're going to start making a list of the goals that you want to achieve that are aligned with your why, and starting to omit and remove all of the obstacles that no longer serve you. The tasks that aren't aligned with your why, you got to drop those. The energy that's going towards a lot of doing, meeting with people that aren't aligned with your vision and your purpose and your values. Now you can understand why it's another reason to get very focused on why you're here, why you exist, on igniting your why. Because when you're clear why you're here, then you're able to have conversations and dialogue and attract people that also get why you're here. And that's exciting. 90% of people that I meet, especially in audiences, do not know why they're here. They don't have that crystal clarity, as to my role in an organization. How can I be of service and contribute to that vision? When I know why I'm here, then I can contribute. Now we get into living your why. And living your why is you've taken what is so crystal clear, you've launched it, but this is daily action. This is daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly action, and it never stops. And it's effortless. There's some discomfort, but the discomfort is also joy, because you're living a life the way you want to live it. You're focused on the outcomes. When you're living your why, you're being the change. You know, I love how Gandhi said it, be the change you want to see in this world. When you're living your why, you've presented your intention to the world, and now you're actually being that change. You're showing others what it means to live your why. You're being that change on a daily basis. Other things you're doing is you're living with tremendous creativity. Creativity. You wake up enthusiastic. You meet every challenge with creativity. You meet every challenge with possibility and untapped potential. When something isn't working out, that's an indication that you have to get just more creative. People just haven't seen you enough. So when you're living your why, you're doing it from a center of creativity and creative action. This co-creation, you're creating your desired outcomes. You have more energy for more explosive creativity. You're also digging in. Right? You're digging in. It's going to get tough. There's times where it's going to be dark. You're going to feel like you're alone. But recognize that you're not alone. When it is dark and you know your why and it's crystal clear, it's going to give you that enthusiasm and that light to get you to the next level. You know, and that's what's exciting about really helping you and inspiring you to get focused on igniting that why, launching that why, living that why. You're going to be inspiring others. Inspiring others. When you're living your why, you become an inspiration to others. You start to give others permission to do the exact same thing. You give others permission to want to dig in, to do the work, to spend that effort, to ignite that why. No one's going to do it for you. You've got to do it. You've got to want to be that change. You have to want to do with creativity and enthusiasm. You want to continue to push yourself forward. And the most passionate entrepreneurs, the most passionate leaders, inspired leaders are ones that want to do it for others. They know why they're here. They don't focus on features and benefits. They focus on strategies that are designed to connect to the heart, the how that presents itself, the who they want to be it with, the where they want to be their why. All starts to fall into place, and you're able to inspire others. And when you're doing all that, when you're bringing a clear ignited why and a very intentional launched why, and you're living your why, the final result is that you're being that why. You're being it every single day. The conversations that you have, it's effortless. When you're meeting with people, you're able to communicate that being of that why. And that's what's so exciting, is you're being what you're seeking. You know, when you start to get focused on what you're seeking, that's what igniting your why does for you. You know, you ask yourself that question, why do I exist? What am I so passionate about? What am I seeking? When you start to be that change, then you're starting to impact others, and the world is helped by you. Thank you so much.